Hey guys, it's Rachel, and today I'm going to be doing the My First Time tag, but before I get started, I just wanted to say thank you because I reached 500 subscribers yesterday, and that is just a really big accomplishment for me, so I'm really excited to start planning another giveaway for you guys. I love doing the giveaways for you because I think it's just so fun to, share what I love with you guys. So if you have any suggestions of what you'd like to see in the giveaway, make sure to comment below. I think what I'm going to do, since it's so close to like the holidays, I'm just going to combine my Christmas giveaway with my 500 subscriber giveaway, so it'll probably be a little bit bigger than it would have been. So just comment below like ideas of what you want to see. So like I said, today I'm going to be doing the My First Time tag. I thought it was a cute tag, so yeah, let's just get started. Alright, so the first question is, do you still talk to your first love? And the questions are over to the side, that's why I'm looking that way. And I've actually never really been in love before, so I don't really have an answer for that. But maybe I'll update you guys on that if that ever changes. Hopefully it will eventually. Okay, what was your first job? I've never had a proper job before, but I do like babysitting stuff, so I guess that's technically like my first job is like babysitting. So yeah, I started babysitting like a couple years ago for girls that work with my mom, and I still do that today. And also I dog sit sometimes too. It just depends. Alright, what was your first car? Well, I haven't gotten a car yet. I'm actually getting a car in December. So I don't really know what that's going to be. It's probably going to be like some sort of like SUV type of car because that's just what I prefer. But I don't know what kind of car it'll be exactly. So, man, I cannot answer like any of these questions today, can I? Alright, the next question is, who was the first person to text you today? And I don't know, so I'm going to grab my phone. I feel like I was watching, like, when I was making my 2-year YouTube anniversary video, and I was, like, looking at the progression of my videos from this year. Like, my bed gets messier and messier each time, which I find kind of funny. I don't really think I've texted anyone today, except for my mom. Let's go here. Yep, it was my mom, because, I went to Sunday school after church today, and she always goes to Harris Teeter and grocery shops, and there's a Starbucks in Harris Teeter, so I told her to not forget to get me Starbucks, so... yeah, and then, well, and she texted me back, so she was the first person to text me. Alright, who was the first person you thought of this morning? I don't even know. I guess the first person I probably thought of this morning was my mom and dad, because yesterday I was really, really tired, and I went to go lay down, for a nap at 5 o'clock, and I didn't wake up till 10:30, and I got up and showered and then went back to bed. So I guess I probably woke up and was like, I need to see my mom and dad because I feel like I missed half of my life yesterday. So yeah, that's probably the first people I thought of today. Okay, who is your first grade teacher? So my first grade teacher, I went to public school in first grade, actually, but most of my life was spent in a Christian school, but half the year in kindergarten and in first grade I did attend public school. And my first grade teachers, because we had a teacher and then an assistant teacher, were Miss Kidd and Miss Williams. And I don't remember much about that class other than the fact that I still see Miss Kidd sometimes out and about, and Miss Williams only had one hand. That's all I remember really about that class. So, yeah, it's kind of a weird thing to remember, but I guess any kid would remember a teacher with only one hand. I don't know why she only had one hand either, which kind of freaks me out a little bit that I don't know why. Alright, so next question is, where did you go on your first ride on an airplane? So my first ride on an airplane was when I was in second grade, I think, and I went to Florida, to Disney World. So yeah, that was my first ride on an airplane. I think it was second grade. Maybe it was like third grade or something, but I'm pretty sure it was second grade. And I'd been to Disney World before that, but that year we went with some other people, and so we flew there, and yeah, that was my first ride on an airplane. So the next question is, who's your first best friend, and do you still talk? So my first best friend was a girl by the name of Hannah. And she used to live on my street, and she was a year younger than me, but our parents were friends, so then we just kind of became friends, and she had an older brother who was friends with my older brother. And I still talk to her older brother. Actually, I was just texting him the other day, but I don't talk to her anymore. It's a really long story why we don't talk anymore. But we actually go to school together because, like I said, she's a year younger than me, and I mean, I see her in the hallway sometimes, but we don't really say anything to each other. So yeah, it's a long story, but no, we don't still talk, but we were friends for a really long time. Okay, the next question is, where was your first sleepover? So the first sleepover I ever remember having outside of my house was at a girl who lived down my street as well. Her name was Nadia, and her family actually moved here from Switzerland, and now they live back in Switzerland again. So they don't live here anymore, which kind of sucks, but I haven't seen Nadia or Samantha, her older sister, since she moved, but I have seen their dad because he came back to visit. But yeah, that's the first sleepover I remember having, was at their parents, Heinz and Bean, their house with their daughters. So yeah. Okay, next question is, who was the first person you talked to today? So the first person I think I talked to today was my mom, because I went in her room and said hey. So yeah. Alright, next question is, whose wedding were you in the first time? So I was in the first wedding I ever went to, and I think I was maybe like 8 or 9. I can't remember what grade I was in exactly, maybe like 4th grade or something. 4th, I don't know how old I was. But I was in my cousin Maria's wedding. She lives in Ohio. And yeah, so we went up to Ohio, and I was a flower girl. Okay, next question is, what was the first thing you did this morning? The first thing I did this morning was go in my parents' room and tell them hey, because like I said, I felt like I missed half my life. So yeah, that's what I did. What was the first concert you ever went to? So the first concert I ever went to was Diana DeGarmo. If you guys don't know, she was season 3 runner-up on American Idol. So yeah, that was actually the first 2 concerts I went to were hers. And I got to meet her both times. So yeah, those were the first concerts I went to. My first broken bone, I've only ever broken one bone, knock on wood, but the first bone that I broke was my toe, the toe next to my big toe on my right foot. It was over the summer, and I was at my friend Addie's house when she used to live on my street. And I don't know if you guys know what ripsticks are, but they're like the little 2-wheeled skateboards that you go like back and forth on. So my friend Shane was there too, and he had brought his ripstick. So I was trying to ride it, and like I was riding it or whatever, and I remember I stepped off with one foot, but I kept the other foot on, and I was wearing flip-flops, and I rolled over my toe and it broke. So yeah, that was my first and only broken bone. And it was not fun because it was really painful to walk, but there's not really anything you can do for a broken toe, so I kind of just had to suck it up and deal with it. So yeah. Alright, my first piercing was my ears, and I don't wear earrings just because, like, over the years, my ears have gotten really, really, really sensitive, and so anytime I wear earrings, they swell up and get really itchy, so I just don't really wear earrings or really any jewelry at all except for necklaces. I'm just not a big, like, jewelry person, unless it's necklaces. I do like necklaces a lot. Okay, the first foreign country you've gone to. I've never been out of the country. I've actually never even been off of the East Coast. So yeah, I've never been, but I would like to go to Canada, so that'd probably be the first one I would want to go to. So the next question is the first movie I remember seeing, and I literally have no idea, but it was probably a Disney movie, and it was probably something like Toy Story or like Cinderella. I don't know, just a Disney movie. I really have no idea. Or like a Barney movie. I can't remember. Okay, the next question was, when was your first detention? Okay, knock on wood of this again, but I've never had ISS, in school suspension, and I've never had detention, or at my school we call it intervention. So I've never had that before. I've never been suspended. I just don't like to get in trouble at school. So that's never happened to me, but yeah, that's never happened. So cross my fingers that it doesn't ever happen, because then that'd just be a, you know, long streak ruined. Okay, so the next question is, who was your first roommate? So the first roommate I ever had was when I went to a summer camp when I was like 12, and I went there for 3 weeks, and my roommate's name was Aspen, and it was at a college, so we stayed in dorm rooms, so she was my only roommate. But that was a really, really fun summer, and I still talk to her today, and I still talk to a lot of kids from that camp, because that was like the best summer I've ever had. So yeah, that was my first roommate. Okay, what were the first lessons you ever took? So the first lessons I ever took were dance lessons. if you can see those trophies back there, those are all dance trophies. I was a dancer for 10 years, and I quit after my freshman year of high school just because my heart wasn't in it anymore. I had just done it for so long that it wasn't really fun to me anymore, but I did it from kindergarten to ninth grade, so I did it for a really long time. But yeah, those were the first lessons I took. Okay, so the last question is, who was the first person beauty related on YouTube you ever watched? So the first people I ever remember watching on YouTube were Fleur de Force and Miss Glamorazzi, because I remember when I first started watching beauty videos, I saw them, and then I had just gotten my iPad, I think, maybe. I don't know, maybe I'd had it for a little while. And I remember I messaged my friend Haley, who used to make videos. I was like, Haley, you have to go watch these girls, Fleur de Force and Miss Glamorazzi, and watch their videos. And so those were the first people I ever remember watching. So yeah, those were all of the questions. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, thank you so much for 500 subscribers. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below with any video requests you may have and suggestions for the giveaway. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.